Hi guys. Okay, so we are back. The first thing I want to do is attach the T-in. Now, we're going to glue the top, the left side, and the bottom so that we can have an opening for an index card there. So I'm just going to put the glue on these three sides. And I'm going to put it right up to the stitching. Slide that down just a smidge so it's centered top to bottom. There we go. Now that's on the inside cover, and then on the first page, let's lay that aside for a second. On the first page, I want to attach a little bit of this trim. Come on. And I'm using this trim because it's a little thinner than the other trims I was using, like on the T-in pocket, and this will lay a little bit flatter. Right. Line it up with these dots a little bit here. There we go. Yeah, I like a little bit. I think I've told you before, I usually try to use the dot in the middle of the motif as my guideline for where I want, how much I want overhanging. Of the overhang. How much I want on the outside. Okay. Now I'll trim this off. This batch of yarn is a little, or you can see it's a little curvy. Lace, not yarn. But I'm only going to put this one piece, and it's just on the inside first page. And that's going to do two things. Number one, it's going to add a little interest. A little asymmetrical, because it's on one side and it's the only one, and but also it's going to keep me from having to trim all the pages down to fit inside, because I cut them all at 8.5, and this way I don't have to worry about that. There might be a little bit of, but it's going to cover the majority of that. So I am going to continue to do this. I'm going to glue in the T-in pocket, and I'm going to add the lace to the first page, and I'll be back. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is put pockets on this inside page here and here, and then I'll put a corner tuck here. Actually, let's go ahead and do that first. Where I don't want glue, I always stick my thumb, because otherwise I have made mistakes and glued the wrong sides. Guess I need to be in the shot so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, now I want to do this, let me pull that out so I can see what I'm doing, about 1/16 of an inch from the edge of the paper. just leaving a little margin, but yeah, I did this at 4 1/8. The paper comes out 4 1/4, so I did this 4 1/8, so it goes to the edge there. Okay, so I've got that one in there. Now I want to add pockets to this front side and back side. So what I'm going to do, this is the cover, and where are the, oh, I put the offcuts over here. So what I've been using is, let me pull these back here. The pieces from the cover for that. So let's see. The pieces from the cover will be the green stripe. There we go. And I'm going to use the smaller piece, and I'm going to make 2 pockets out of that. So let me get my cutter. This is already 3 1/2, so I am going to cut at 4, and then we're going to score and make score it 1/2 inch around to make the pockets. I'm going to keep this because I might use it for the clusters. Okay, so I've got my little, I need to get a baby wipe in here. This is starting to get kind of staticky and everything's sticking to it. Okay, so I kind of can see the handwriting. I think it goes this way. But I'm also thinking if I can't tell which way it goes, it doesn't really matter. So anyway, I want to score at 1/2 inch. Okay, I've got it across 4 this way, and then it's 3 1/2 down. So I'm going to do 1/2 inch here, turn it to the left, 1/2 inch here on the bottom, turn it to the left, and 1/2 inch here. And the reason I want to make a thumb hole, but I scored it because it's a little easier to center this if you have less room to center. So now I've got a thumb hole. Alright, let's repeat on that one. I've got the top up on the 4-inch side. I'm going to score it 1/2 inch. Score it 1/2 inch. Score it 1/2 inch. And then try my best to center that thumb hole. Okay? Now, we want to fold these in. Check, make sure I'm recording. Okay, and I just want to clip these corners here at an angle. It just, the reason we clip the corners is so there's less bulk when you get all that stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and clip up at the top as well. Okay, repeat. I'm clipping to where those 2 score lines intersect. Didn't cut that one exactly right. Okay. I don't know if you can see the score lines or not, but I can. Okay. And a little bit on the top. Okay. So that is going to go on this page. You want to fold the sides in first. and always do the bottom last. Because if you do the bottom first, then when you try to stick something in there, you may bump into that. So you always put the sides in first and the bottom last. I know people show doing that, but they don't always tell you why. And there's a lot of things since I've been in this community that I wonder, why do they do it that way? And a lot of times they don't explain exactly why. And then when I do it myself and do it incorrectly, then I understand why. What does it matter? Oh, it matters. It matters. So, I am going to put this down here, about 1/4 inch from the bottom and the lace trim. And that's why I love doing this with the stacks, because I know whatever paper I pull out is going to coordinate with what I've already got going on. So I don't really have to think, oh, does this match, or can I use this, or whatever. I've already used these in this book, so I know. That's why I keep them all together. All right, let's do this side. And sometimes you can't help but get a glob of glue, but less glue is actually, excuse me, better. Get that in there. I'm going to hold those for just a second, make it a little bit easier. Okay. I'll put some glue here. Guess I need a new glue bottle. Boy, I go through the glue. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to pop that about 1/4 inch from the bottom, maybe 1/2 inch from the side, because we don't have the lace on this one. Pretty much centered. Here we go. Okay, now I just want to repeat that 12 more times, and we'll be good. And then next time we probably will start working on some of the, I got to do a belly band and some tags, so we might be able to finish this up in the next video, and then we'll do the flip through. And I have a giveaway coming up, so stay tuned. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching.